Now what you've been waiting for, the hair routine. Let's get to it. Hey guys, so as promised, we've got the hair routine. I just got out of the shower, so I'm gonna show you the products that I use in the shower. So first, all products are Innersense. So they're all organic, and they all have like a little quote with them. Like this one says, "I am in harmony with the flow of life." So it's nice, you know, little affirmation for the day. So I start with this. It's the Hydrating Cream Hair Bath. I have a lot of hair, but the strands, each individual strand is pretty thin. So I start with this, and it's like, it says it's for thick, coarse, thirsty hair. So my hair tends to get really dry. So I start with this one, but they have other options if your hair thinks this is too heavy. Then I go in with the Innersense Pure Inspiration Daily Conditioner. This one says, "I am happy and I radiate a natural glow." So this one is for lightweight hair. So I counteract this heavy shampoo with this lighter conditioner, and that's just what I've found to work for my hair type. And then on the ends tend to get pretty dry. So I'll use this heavy, rich moisturizing conditioner just for the ends. So what I'll do is I'll shampoo first, lather that up, and then I'll take the conditioner, the lighter conditioner, I'll put that all over my hair, wash it out, and then I'll take this thick conditioner and I'll put it on the ends, and I leave the conditioner on for 5 minutes before washing it out and kind of scrunch up the curls while I'm in the shower. So all Innersense products, they're all organic, they're amazing. You can find them at Ulta. I will link them. Okay, so now we're to the fun part. So we use this diffuser. It's by Curlsmith. It was like $350, but okay, it's worth it. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? It's great for traveling because this comes off and you can just fold it, and it literally fits anywhere. It comes in this cute like silk bag. There's another attachment that can make it like a regular hair dryer. This thing goes everywhere with me. Godsend. I'll link it too, but I bought it at Ulta. And these are the products I use once I got out of the shower. So I always spray my hair with water. So I've been out of the shower for a little bit. So I'm gonna spray it with some water. You want it to be sopping wet when you start blow drying it. If it's not, you're not gonna get the curls. It took me 2 years to figure that out. I use the Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioner. It's like a lightweight leave-in. So what I'll do is in the shower, I'll not completely wash the conditioner out, and then I'll spray this when I get out. And then I use the Create Lift volumizing foam. I've used gels, lotions, the whole shebang. This is the only thing that doesn't leave that like ugly cast in your hair where it looks like it's crunchy. This will do it. If you diffuse your hair right and you use enough of this, you'll have that like natural curl that you saw in my story video earlier. So I'll show you guys how to use these products. So I've been out of the shower. This is the same thing I would do if I was getting up in the morning and I hadn't got out of the shower. So we're just gonna re-wet it. We're just gonna make it sopping wet. Just keep going. Especially at the top, you wanna keep it really wet at the top. If you let it dry on the top without the diffuser, it will be flat as a pancake. I'm literally like soaking my arm. It's okay. All for the hair, right? Do it for the hair. This thing is like a little trash. Don't recommend getting the dollar store sprayer. Like, we want it to be dripping. You should spray so much water that you're soaking wet in the process. And I really want to get in those roots, right? Okay. Next up, it's literally dripping. That's how wet it should be. Now we're gonna spray in the leave-in conditioner. I really get it on the ends. Like, I'll just isolate the ends and then I'll kind of spray it on the top because we don't really get any conditioner on the top in the shower. Now we're gonna put in, I'm throwing stuff everywhere, the volumizing foam. So I just do like one pump. I'll show you like how much it is. And I'm gonna like do this with my hands, and I'm gonna start at the base of the roots and like really get it in the base because that's gonna give you volume up top. I know that's hard to get. It was hard for me to figure out how to get. And just kind of scrunch it in everywhere. You just want to get it everywhere. The ends, you want to hold that curl, right? Because that's what makes it look so pretty. So really get the bottoms. So like the top and the bottom is the most important. Okay, so now we have soaking wet hair with product in it. So I use this brush. This thing's amazing. So I use this side, and it's for curly hair girls, and it gets all of the product just like evenly distributed and kind of brings out your curl. So I'll show you. See that? So I like to bring it to both sides like this. And just go ahead and get your part wherever you like to put your part during this stage, because you don't want to change your part after that because you're gonna mess up your curls. You're gonna take away from the curl pattern. So I just kind of comb it down with my head like this. And it's like dripping. That's how you want it, like that. Then I'm gonna get a little bit more foam and scrunch up the ends. Look how curly this already is. Don't forget the top. It's okay if it gets a little messy. You hear that scrunch? If you don't hear that, there's not enough water in your hair. You're not gonna get curls. You should hear a scrunch. And you can get a little messy with the top. You don't want it to like be all flat and like stuck to your skull. You want it to be a little messy, you know, that's natural. That's what makes it look real and not manufactured. And this is probably the most important part, what I'm about to do. So now you're gonna take your towel and hold it like this, and you're gonna scrunch up your curls in the towel. Get all the way to the top. Oh, I'm about to fall over. Good thing I go to bar now. I'll work on my stability for when I curl my hair, right? Look at this one curl. This is, oh gosh. Wow. Sometimes I'll break these up after they're curled. Otherwise you just have a big clump, but it's really good for like forming a curl. Yeah. So now we're gonna diffuse. So I like to start on the highest heat and on the low speed. This is low, this is high. So what we want to do is like start on the low setting and go into the high. So we'll start in the low, like put a curl in the middle. Now that the curl's in it, we'll turn it to high. And just wait. Just sit and wait. Turn it back to low. Bring it down. Put other curls in there. Bring it up. Turn it to high. So we're just gonna do that all around. Don't neglect the top. So I turn it to high, and I scrunch it right here, and I push up and back to give it some volume. Up and back. Another important thing is to scrunch it with your hand as you're drying it. About halfway through, I'll add another pump. I only do this on the first hair wash day because there's not a lot of product in it. So I just, hit the bottom first, give it some life. Throw some on the top like this. Like I said, don't be afraid to get messy with it. You can already see it lifting more. And where you do it is really important. I've found that doing it to the side like this is the best for getting like all angles. Every other way made the curls flat. So about halfway through, when it's about this dry, and there's still like wet parts, I'm gonna flip my hair like this. Now we're gonna flip back and forth, basically until it's almost dry. Same thing. I like to add some more volume about now. So I'll add about a pump to the top here, because we want volume at the top. That's the hardest place to get volume. And just get messy with it. And then diffuse it dry. Favorite thing to do for the top. So when it's flipped over, bring it up and back, like the wrong direction. You can see how much is already building up. This is going to give it volume whenever you find your part. Now we're going to flip to the other side. Same deal. I'm going to add some more foam to the top. I'm going to get messy with it. That's the biggest thing. Get messy with it. If people have like casts, it's because they didn't get messy with it. You can see that there's like a little bit of frizz. You want that because that's gonna add volume to the base of your hair. If you don't have frizz, you're gonna have crusty curls. Frizz is natural. Just let it be. Get messy. Look how messy this is. Get messy when you're drying it. So at this point it's almost dry. The last part to dry is always back here, so I'm gonna flip my head all the way over and just power dry the back. So we're finished. We haven't flipped it over yet. And you can see how much volume, like this is what happens when you allow frizz to happen. You have volume. Because like you can handle the frizz later. There's always stuff stuck in my hair and like in my mouth. It's just, yeah. Look at that. Allow frizz to happen. Stop overusing products. Stop using gel if you don't need it. Okay, so let's go ahead and reveal it. There you go. That's your curly hair. Look at the volume. So another thing that's really important for curly hair is your curly cut. So you can see, look how short these pieces are. And look how long this one is. That's what gives me, that difference is what gives me this poof volume here. Look how short these are compared to this. So when you go get your hair cut, you have to make sure you go to a curly hair specialist and they know how to cut your hair the right way. That's really important. I'll show you. So I'll show you, this is what my hair looks like before I started doing curly cuts. And this is what my hair looked like before I figured out that you have to use organic products and less is more. So it's been a journey. It's not easy and it'll take time to figure out what works for your hair, but I'll link the products. Another thing I like to do is I take this brush. I know we all have a brush that has like this much hair in it. Don't judge me. And I'll do this to the top. Just barely, like that much. And then I pull it out. That much, pull it out. That much, pull it out. Then you want to go in with your hands and like shake it out. Like I said, get messy with it. No, it's likely not going to stay up and like poofy all day. So what I like to do is tease the top. I'll show you how I do it. So I just take a little, it's not even a teasing comb, it's just a regular comb. And I'll take the top section, like this much. So here's my part, this much. Tease it. Using the small, skinny part of, look at the difference. This to this. Just the top. Sometimes that's all you need, is just the top. So I go around, all the way around. Don't forget the back, because the back is gonna get the flattest, especially if you like to rest your head in the car. So now you've got, look at that. Now you're done. There's your volume. So I'll post a video of second day hair and like revamping it after you've slept or worked out or whatever, and we'll go from there.